My name is Ananti Emmanuel Onyekachi, and I'm making this video as a participant in the Home of Victory video quiz. My inspirational video this morning will be centered on moral, and the aspect of moral I want to talk about is the attitude of gratitude. The need for us to inculcate and cultivate the attitude of gratitude in whatever we do. Before I'll begin this video, I would like to tell us a short story. There was a blind boy who was always begging by the roadside. Every day he comes out with an inscription, "I am blind, please help." But the boy realized that not many people usually help him. When they come, they look at him and they pass by. They come, they look at him and they pass by. Suddenly, a young man came by, saw the boy, collected some money from his pocket and put in his plate. The young man collected his inscription and changed it, gave the boy back his inscription and left. The young man, after leaving, the boy was surprised, and the boy realized that after the young man's departure, other people that passed by dropped money inside his plate. It was no longer like before when they just come, see him and pass. The young boy was wondering what had happened or what the young man must have done, but he could not fathom it because he was blind. Later that evening, when the young man was returning from work, the young boy realized or understood his footstep, and he asked him, "Sir, what did you do in the morning? Immediately you left, people started helping me." The young man said, "I wrote what you wrote, but in a different manner. Your inscription said, 'I am blind, please help.' But I wrote, 'Today is a good day. I cannot see it. Be grateful that you have eyes and you can see it.'" That inscription changed the narrative because anybody that passed by understood the need for him or her to be grateful that they can see the day, and therefore they helped the boy. God has done so many things for us in our lives, but most times we tend to overlook it or we tend not to realize it. And that is not cultivating the attitude of gratitude. So I'll be talking about the attitude of gratitude and the need for us to cultivate this attitude so that we can see even the tiniest of things that God has done for us and be grateful for them. Now, what is gratitude? Gratitude is a habit. It's a way of looking at the world and all the good things in it with a feeling of appreciation, a feeling of thankfulness, regardless of whether or not your current situation is to your liking. Now, the attitude of gratitude means making it a habit to express thankfulness and appreciation in all parts of your life or on a regular basis for both the big and small things alike. Now, the key word for me here is habit, making it a habit. When you pass by at the gate and a young man opens the gate for you and you say thank you, not because you feel it is his responsibility to open the gate for you, but because you are thankful that he has rendered a service to you. Now, I want to ask you, are you grateful for all the things in your life? Or do you just focus on the few things that go bad? Because that is what most people do. They look at the bad aspects and forget the areas where they should be thankful for. When life seems to be full of trouble, naturally it is very difficult to cultivate the attitude of gratitude. But that is the time when we should cultivate that attitude and see the good things that we have received or the good things that God has done for us. Now, how do we cultivate the attitude of gratitude? That is what I would like to talk about now. Because cultivating the attitude of gratitude is tough, especially when people find it difficult to see the bright side in circumstances that surround them. But when we develop this habit, we become better persons. Here, I'm going to list a few points on how we can cultivate the attitude of gratitude. Number one, make a gratitude list. When I talk about making a gratitude list, I'm talking about making a list of at least 5 things that you are grateful for daily. At the end of the day, just make a list of at least 5 things that you are grateful for that day. You can include big things like the love from your family, or little things like the person who opened the door for you in the morning when you were leaving. Try to focus on people instead of things. Now, when you have made that list, you read that list when you are done and you reflect on it. Allow yourself to feel good about the people who made things good for you that day. Now, another thing you can do is to act on your gratitude list. If there is something you can do to show appreciation to someone on that list, be it a call, be it an SMS, be it a visit, that will be very grateful. But just try to ensure that you return the favor by doing a similarly kind thing to someone else. Pass that kind gesture on to someone else. So, getting into the habit of showing appreciation increases feeling of gratitude. Now, the third point is for you to make gratitude quotes. Quotes are very inspirational. They tend to inspire us to do things very well. Now, when you make these quotes, stick them up in your mirror, in your fridge, or in a place where you can see them on daily basis. You may feel little corny about it at first, but these daily prompts are handy gratitude cultivators. You understand? When you see them, they tend to motivate you to further cultivate the attitude of gratitude. Now, here are some posts or some quotes that you might want to hang up in your mirror or where you can see them. And one of the quotes is by Charles Dickens. It says, "Reflect on your present blessings, which every man has plenty, not on your past misfortune, of which all men have some." Another quote is, "None is more impoverished than the one who has no gratitude." Gratitude is a currency that we can mint for ourselves and spend without fear of bankruptcy. So, you might have one or two